Hey guys, how you going? Hope you're doing well. My name is Sean and today we're going to be talking about the new Dudios TWS earbuds. These retail for about $35 in Australia and I'm going to be letting you know what I think of them and how they perform. So if you like this video, chuck it a like, maybe consider subscribing to support the channel. And if you want to follow me on Instagram, I'll leave a link to that down below. If you want to also catch me on the live streams, I've been live streaming lately every Thursday and Saturday, so you can always come over and ask me questions there as well. So now that's all said and done, let's begin. Alrighty, so let's open these up. These are, like I said, the Dudios Touch Control TWS earbuds here. I've done some reviews of Dudios products in the past, but these are the new ones from Dudios, and you can see on the packaging already what you're going to be getting yourself into. Packaging is fairly simple. These earbuds go for about $35, I believe, on Amazon in Australia. So when you get these earbuds and you unbox them, what you'll be getting on the inside is fairly straightforward. You've got some packaging, really nice. They've actually put some proper packaging with some molding around them. They don't always do that. If you look at my previous videos, the packaging has been hit and miss sometimes. But what we've got here is just the case for the Dudios earbuds. Try and get that in focus. More of a rectangle design on the case, which I'm personally a bit of a fan of. I haven't looked at these before making this video, so you're just getting my first impressions. You can see at the back here, we've got a little micro B for recharging the built-in case and battery, or built-in case and charger. And then if you open the lid here, which does open and then sort of hold itself, so it's not gonna automatically close on you too much. You've got the earbuds, and the design of these earbuds is like an in-ear design. They're not sort of going just on the canal. They're more like the AirPods Pro, where they actually are going into the ear canal and then putting a bit of a seal on there. So I'll just try and get that in focus if I can. And then you've got obviously some little silicone tips there, and you can see there's two little copper contacts for making contact with the case and recharging it. So all in all, the design is very, very simple, very lightweight. I think on the website it does say how much they weigh, and I think they're only about 5 or 6 grams each. Really, really lightweight earbuds. Obviously you've got a little R here for the right one, and if we go back to the case and we go ahead and pull out the left one, pretty much the exact same thing, and you can see there's a bit of a cutout for where the earbuds go. So even if you don't put them in perfectly, they sort of automatically align, and I think there's some magnetic function here, so like you can see it's automatically going into the right position every time, and you've got little indicators here as well, so that way you know when they're recharging, which is pretty cool. So if you're just putting those down for a second, in terms of other accessories that you've got here, you've got a little box which I'm assuming has probably the ear tips and maybe the recharging cable, the micro B cable. I believe that's what they've included in the past, so pretty sure it's the same situation here. Let me just open these up. So you can obviously change the tips depending on the size of your ear. I think the ones that are already on the actual headphones are the medium size, and then they give you some small ones, and then they also give you some larger ones as well. So you can go ahead and play around with the earbuds to get the right fit. Because they're an in-ear design, it does make a difference making sure that you get the most comfortable fit possible, especially if you're gonna be wearing them for a few hours. So that's nice that they include those. And then obviously here as well, we've got the micro B cable. And it's actually really nice that they include a nice short cable. I personally am not a big fan of like unnecessarily long cables for just recharging, so they include that as well. So all in all, these headphones are, like I said, about $35. You've got touch controls on here as well, so you can go ahead and tap to pause or tap to skip ahead. You've got stereo clear talk, which is a new function that apparently they say that it's got a built-in cardioid directional microphone for high definition binaural calls. I'm hopefully pronouncing that correctly. Automatically pairing, so auto pairing with Bluetooth 5.0. Multi-mode, so one person can have one earbud and the other person can have another, and then Bluetooth 5. Sorry, I already mentioned the Bluetooth 5 part, didn't I? The other thing to mention about these headphones that I just wanted to talk about is they have this new mode called game mode. So what that does is essentially means that the headphones will properly sync up with the games that you might be playing, so that way there's no latency or any delay, and that way if you're watching movies, you know, you're not going to get the person talking out of sync with the headphones. So that's obviously quite cool and quite important. Now, I just actually went to the website and had a quick look. They do say that these earbuds weigh only about 4.3 grams each, so incredibly lightweight. And in terms of talk time, they do say on here that you're going to get up to 4 hours of talk time if you were to, be using these for making a phone call. So that can give you some idea what you can obviously get for maybe audio playback. Maybe that's going to be more than 4 hours. And then the charging case, the battery capacity of the case, lets you recharge these earbuds fully up to 4 times. So, if you're listening to these on the way to work or at the gym or anything like that, you probably only need to recharge this case maybe only once a week, and that's going to give you plenty of uses for your headphones. So now let's get them paired up with my iPhone, and we can go ahead and see how that process looks. Alrighty, now with the Bluetooth pairing process, it's pretty straightforward. So all you need to do is on your iPhone, just go into the settings, or if you're on Android, just go into the settings on Android, grab the headphones, take them out of the case. When you've taken them out of the case, hopefully what should happen is where it says other devices down the bottom here, you see it come up as Dudios TIC headphones. So they've just done that now. We go ahead and tap on that, and then it automatically pairs. So every time we put it back into the case now, it will disconnect, and every time we take them out, it will reconnect. So if I put that into my ear, I do get like a little audio indicator to tell me that we are now connected and ready to play some music. All right, so as you saw before, we've got these already paired up. So let me just chuck these in now, and I'll give you first impressions on the fit and the feel. Something that if you're not used to with these kind of headphones that go right into the ear canal is that it automatically blocks out a lot of the sound. So when I'm talking to you guys right now, it actually sounds like I'm very quiet, although what it will probably sound like to you is like I'm almost yelling at you. So I apologize for that in advance. But in terms of the fit, moving my head around, trying to get these to come out of my ear, this one moved a little bit, but otherwise, they fit pretty well. I'm a little bit dizzy now, but they don't feel like they're going to go anywhere. So I think if you're going to go for a jog, or if you're going to be on the treadmill, or just doing any activity, like maybe you're playing basketball or something, you're not going to have any issues with these hopefully falling out of your ears. And if you do, you've got those different ear tips that you can change over and you can try on, so that way you get an even better fit. Got some music loaded up on the phone here, so we're just going to play some random music and see how they sound. So I'm going to start it off at about 20%. At the moment, I'm hearing a lot of guitar sounds, so the mids are quite good. I'm probably yelling now, so I'm probably going to have to edit this in post, make me sound a little bit quieter. But the sound quality is very clear. So now we've got guitar and drums. This is at about 50-60% volume, and I'm getting the nod like I need to be quieter. But at the moment, I don't know how I can be any quieter. I'm sorry. This is ridiculous. Alexandra right now is behind the camera and she's absolutely pissing herself. Okay, I'm going to turn down a little bit, but the sound quality of these headphones is insane. I must have been talking quite loud to hear myself over the music, because with these turned up at about 50 or 60%, I was apparently yelling. In terms of sound quality, I would probably say that at max volume, I wouldn't be listening to these headphones. Once you start getting around 90%, 100% volume, you lose a lot of the quality and everything starts to sound distorted and washed out a little bit. But at 50 to 60%, because these are going right into your ear canal, you don't need to have them really any louder than that. I feel like if you were to put them above 50 or 60%, you'd probably be damaging your hearing. That's just how good these are. And like I said, because they're going into the ear canal, they're very, very loud compared to like your normal Apple headphones, for example, that are sitting on top of the ear and not really going all the way in. You have to sort of jack the volume up a little bit more to block out other outside noises. Let me just change it from some rock music though to some hip hop. Just give me 1 second to do that. All right, so we've got some hip hop playing. Let me just turn this all the way up. So at the moment I'm listening to Logic, and if you guys know who he is, he raps quite fast, and with this at 100% volume, I can still hear his lyrics really, really clearly. So for hip hop music specifically, I think these are going to be great, especially if you're the type of person that really wants to hear the lyrics. The bass isn't as strong, which for some people might be a deal breaker. They might want to get something that has better bass, maybe some over-the-ear headphones. But for me personally, I always prefer to be able to hear what the person is saying versus having it all washed away because the bass is just too much. So I'll just turn these up to 50%. This is insane. The fact that these cost $35, I'm just talking to Alexander now, but the fact that these cost $35 and you can get wireless headphones that sound this good for Bluetooth is insane. Like, if 16-year-old Sean could have had these headphones for $35, honestly, I think a lot of problems in the world would have been solved. I can't give these a bad recommendation, honestly. If you've got $35 and you're wanting to buy a pair of headphones and you're not sure which ones to buy, these ones from Dudios with the touch controls, you know, you can play and pause. They've got some water resistancy to them. They only weigh like 4.8 grams each. They last forever. You've got a case that can recharge them, I think 4 or 5 times. They sound good with rock music, with hip hop music, electronic music, they'll probably sound good with as well. So definitely, if you're looking at a pair of headphones and that's what you want to spend, then definitely check these out. If you guys like this video, once again, make sure you give it a like, subscribe to support the channel, and I'll see you in the next video. Cheers.